I don't know how many people are out there watching tonight that even know who Perry Como is. They know Frank Sinatra.
I think it's a select age range.
It is a long time ago when
yeah.
those guys were big in the industry.
Yep.
But I'll tell you what, I grew up with those guys. See, I'm one of those seniors.
Slightly.
Slightly seniors. And Perry Como was, he put people to sleep when he did his television show.
Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, I'd love to hear it.
I was dating a gal, and she didn't like Perry Como. She
didn't
mentioned
like
it during Christmas. You know how Perry Como's got his Christmas album?
Of course.
I'm like, I have to make a decision here. Can I date somebody who doesn't like Perry Como?
Oh, come on.
Well, let's just make the obvious statement. She's no longer in my life. I made the right choice, right?
Made the right choice.
All right.
This guy has been here before. This is David Hahklotubbe.
Very good. Nailed it. Pinpoint.
You know why I nailed it? Because you told me how to say it.
You didn't have to admit that.
It's okay. Because I couldn't say it on the radio because today I said, David, you'll have to tune in tonight and he'll tell you what his name is.
H with a bunch of letters.
But here's the best part of this guy. He is the death doula. We should have some sound go off when we say the death doula. So, David, how did you get that handle? Who gave you the name the death doula?
That's actually a title. So I am a certified death doula. I have been for 25 years.
Certified? Where do you go to get certified to be a death doula?
All right, I'm going to be biased. You can go just about anywhere. It's not a regulated industry, so there's no oversight right now. You could go on the internet, pay $100 and be certified within 24 hours. Or you could do the right thing.
Okay, the right thing is...
And go through a university. I went through the University of Vermont Medical School, Dr. Lerner Medical School. So a longer program, professors, great curriculum. So there's a continuum. You can go the cheap route and call yourself a death doula, or you can go through a proper institution and get expert training. Absolutely.
And you're certified.
Certified 15 times over.
All right. So now, here's the next question. What's a death doula do?
What does a death doula do? So that's a great question. I'm asked that all the time. The short answer is we help people pass. And when I say people, I mean not just the person that's afflicted and on their way out, but the families. So I spend about 20% of my time with the person that's actively passing and about 80% of my time with the support system, which is the family typically.
Getting them ready.
Getting them
for
ready.
that person to pass.
Right.
Now, I've been using this term with this show. Pass to the other side.
I like that.
Okay? Right now, you and I are on this side. We're alive on this date and time.
Right.
But when we go to the other side.
And I happen to know something about you that not most people know about you. We share something in common.
Ooh, I am now super curious.
We've both been to the other side and come back.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I have been.
And let me tell you something. That changes everything for the person that's done that. It's one less brick in the backpack. That backpack that everyone seems to carry that has that burden of question. Is there another side? Is there something good on the other side? Where do I go when I pass? I think the main part of the fear that people experience about death in general is that not knowing part.
That's the biggest question.
Yeah.
What happens when we die?
Right. And so having been on the other side, knowing there's something there, feeling it, it's a feeling more for me than it was visual.
Yeah.
But having that embrace, that it's hard to describe other than saying it's washing away all of the anxiety and the fear and the stress, and it just feels like a warm embrace.
And here's what I've been telling people, David. Wouldn't this make sense? We go to the other side, but all the people that we've known who have gone to the other side, aren't they going to be there when we get there?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that for the most part, there is an agreement. We come here with that agreement. We're born. We travel through what I call the veil.
Okay.
We bring part of the other side with us as newborns. You can see it in the babies.
Yeah.
Then we have this life. It wears off. And then as we're exiting, what I see, and I think that most people that work in hospice would agree as well, we see when the veil starts to open, the reaction of the person, that energy seeps back through and grabs them. You'll see, and I'm sure that people are watching going, oh, I've seen this happen, whether it's with a loved one or a pet, where the person is, or the animal is on this wave, and they're maybe comatose for several days, and then they have this rally.
Right at the end.
This rally before the great calm, where they're almost back to normal or even better than normal, and they're able to express themselves before they go, and they're almost giddy. Yeah. That's the energy that's coming through the veil. That's when I know it's close as a death doula. That's when I know they're exiting.
Very close to crossing.
And it really does mix people up, because the families go, oh, mom's fine. Look at her. She's back to normal. And then I have to be the guy to say, well, this is a normal thing. It's the rally before the calm.
Yeah.
And then she exits within 24 hours, typically.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's the energy that's from the other side. When the veil opens, it ushers in a welcome, and that energy pulls them out just as it pushed them here.
My goodness gracious. What a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah, thank you.
So you are available now for folks
Yes.
that have a family member in hospice.
Correct.
You go to them.
Yep.
And you help them transition.
I do. And I just recently expanded my services. I'm a traditional guy, right? Okay. I was a professor for many years. I love to teach live. So when online learning came along, I'm like, I don't want to do that, right? Similarly, when teledoulaship came along, I thought, oh, come on, I need to be there. I need to hold the hand. I need to look into the eyes.
Yeah.
I need to feel their energy. And one person was so persistent. Her name was Danielle. Hello, Danielle. She was recently interviewed by the Monterey Weekly.
Oh, wow.
Which, the October 2nd, I believe it is, issue is a feature on doulaship, and I'm one of the people that was interviewed. But at any rate, she was the one that finally coerced me to do my services remotely. So she was in North Carolina as her mother was passing.
So you're available on Zoom?
Global.
Anywhere.
Yeah. So I can guide people through, and it's easier when the patient is actually already more or less non-responsive, right? Then I'm there for the family, and it's around the clock. It's 24/7. If they need to call me, if we need to do a face-to-face via Zoom, I'm available for them.
I've heard this before from a very dear friend, and he's no longer with us, but I met him many years ago in Atlanta. His name was Joe Cernelia, and he said that when they gathered around his mother on her last few hours, that they gave her permission to go.
Yes. So there's a lot to be said about that. There's also a lot to be said about the tremendous amount of anxiety that is hovering, and people don't make the best decisions. And I'm not faulting them. It's just a fact. When you've got all this stress on you, you forget things like, oh, by the way, mom's Catholic, so we should probably have the last rites read. People will hold on until they have specific things.
Rites.
Absolutely.
I want a priest. I want to have the last rites.
Right. Or
they'll stay until that event happens.
Right. Or someone that they're waiting to show up shows up. Yeah. It could be a week. I've been asked this a number of times, and people, they're funny. Because I'm a death doula, they think I have a crystal ball or something. Well, how come mom's still hanging on?
Yeah,
and I don't have an answer for that. Everybody goes when it's their time, right? Or when they decide to go. I've had patients that said, hey, I'm done with this. I'm going to go tonight. And sure enough, they go tonight.
They wish themselves on the other side.
And so I asked them, okay, who's missing from your group?
Yeah.
Who's your mom waiting for? Who's your dad waiting for?
Somebody.
And then, well, Trevor's on his way from Reno. And then
they're holding on for
He
Trevor.
opens the door, and boom, she goes. Yeah. Or, the other opposite. A lot of people want to go in private.
They do.
So the family's hovering and they're sitting and they're
they
waiting and they're staring.
They don't want to leave yet.
And the elders like, can I just get some space? Right? So they'll ask me, okay, well, why is mom hanging on? It's like, take a break.
Yeah.
And they leave and they come back and she's gone.
She's gone.
Because she didn't want to go with an audience. That's my preference too, if we want to get personal about it.
I read, sometimes it says in an obituary that he or she were surrounded by family.
Right.
Is that the best way for someone to leave Earth or go to the other side? Should family be around at that time?
It's a personal decision. I certainly wouldn't want my kids to be around.
Okay.
I don't want them to see what could be my exit, because I'll be completely upfront and honest. And this is something that a lot of times hospice doesn't tell people, that you can have the death rattle, which is the phlegm that's building up in the lungs as the person's starting to pass.
Heard that.
You have emesis, you have odors, you have things that are uncontrollable that are part of the dying process. I don't want my kids to have that as a lasting memory of me.
What do you want to remember the most?
Right. Well, I want them to remember the legacy that I'm hoping to leave, which is that I created some quality of life for humanity.
Yeah.
I don't want them to remember my corpse, right? I don't want to remember the thing that was broken down.
Now, here's one that I have heard, and maybe you'll have an answer for this.
Sure.
When we pass, it takes, I don't remember how long, for the soul to leave the body. And they have actually done weights where the body weighed this much, and then when someone passes, however long it takes,
Right.
the body is actually lighter when the soul leaves. Is that?
I can't say from a scientific standpoint because I've never done the weight experiment.
Okay.
But to me, it's pretty clear. Similarly, I think the body can still exist without the soul, especially in the case with dementia.
Oh.
So the soul is wanting to leave the body. The body has decompensated completely. They have no faculty in terms of their mental status, and there's something in the eyes. There's something in the eyes. People talk about dead eyes. There is something in the eyes. When someone gets dementia, you can see it go dim. And then when they're in the dying process with the dementia, I feel like I'm looking at a hollow carcass. I'm just looking at a shell.
Wow.
Because they've already decided they're done and they're gone.
This is amazing.
Yeah.
I am so happy that you're here tonight.
Thank you. Me
And
too.
hasn't this been educational? I mean, you talk about a TV show called Monterey on Tonight with a guest like David. And, I mean, this is one of a kind. We don't have too many guests to talk about death.
Yeah. It's such a taboo conversation to have. I mean, I joke. I was a professor for many years at San Francisco State and the Master of Arts in Gerontology, and I would joke with my students, hey, I know you guys are excited as you're walking out the door with your caps and gowns and ready to conquer the world, but please don't take it personally when you start to express what you do for a living and you shut the room down. Mysteriously, everyone needs another refill and their drink, and they disappear. It's not a conversation that at least Americans are looking forward to having, and that's exactly why I'm employed, is because if more people were conscious about having these conversations. Every woman knows the best preschools to put their kids into, but then you go to the other end of the spectrum, nobody knows the best hospice or assisted living. We just don't talk about it.
I would definitely want to subscribe to you now. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I pray that I'm going to go when it's my time.
Yeah.
In my sleep.
That would be the best. Yep.
Isn't that a nice way to go?
Yeah. I'm not afraid of death at all. I'm afraid of suffering.
There you go.
There's no need for suffering.
I just want to go to sleep and then not wake up.
That's the best way to go. Hands down, the best way to go. Well, I guess there's one other way, and we won't talk about that on the air.
Okay. Hasn't this been entertaining? I mean, come on. I mean, how do you get on a subject of death and make it entertaining? But David Hahklotubbe.
Very good.
Hahklotubbe.
Yeah.
Is my guest tonight. There he is. Look at that.
Hey, that was me at the Death Fair in North Carolina.
The Death Fair. Oh, my goodness. Before you go, tell us what the Death Fair is all about.
Well, this year's the 10th annual,
Okay.
and I will be, again, going to North Carolina. It's in a small town called Pittsburgh, and it's celebrating death in just on all different levels. And so
Wow.
I'm honored to be on a panel that is chaired by a woman named D.T. Sethi, who is the executive director of the Center for Conscious Living and Dying in Nashville. She's a genius. She's brilliant. She just was here at CSUMB
Wow.
showcasing her documentary. She followed the life of one of her patients and made it just a beautiful expression of death, trying to destigmatize the whole thing. So
we shouldn't be afraid to die, should we?
We shouldn't. Well, here's the thing. We all do it. It's the only thing that we can guarantee we have in common. You and I have a lot in common already,
Yeah.
but there's one thing I can guarantee that we all have in common, and that is we're going to die. And
We just don't know when.
Right. We can't find the expiration date. It's nowhere to be found.
Yeah.
But if I had any advice, it would be to live like your expiration date is tomorrow, because tomorrow's not promised.
Well, I have heard this line. Live each day as if it was your last.
Correct.
Because it could be.
Well, and strangely enough, someday it will be.
Yeah. But if you're living your life like it's your last day,
Yeah.
you're going to go out and have some fun. And that's what Gary's all about doing this show.
Absolutely. And let me tell you something else. That's the biggest regret. All of my patients, all 1,023, have had regrets. But the common thread that runs through is that they get to that final stage and realize that they didn't truly live the life that they wanted to live. They made poor choices with their careers. They made poor choices with life partners. They made poor choices. And they lived their lives based on what they were told to do with, I don't have my phone on me, but the Black Mirror now dictates. And it's a huge influencer on how people live their lives. I call it the lemming conundrum. They're nose to butt, and they're following each other off the cliff, and I'm on the sideline going, well, no, don't do that. But we do that as a rule.
We got all caught up in it.
Absolutely true. And that's the biggest regret.
Do we blame Steve Jobs for causing this to happen with Apple and the iPhone?
Well, Facebook and
Facebook.
Instagram and now TikTok. It just keeps compiling itself. And I don't want to be that older guy talking about social media being the devil. But it's because it's been around forever.
Yeah,
right?
but it's changed a lot of
has,
things.
yeah. And people...
And changed people.
Right.
Because people can't give up their phones.
Right. They shackle themselves to that. And then they shackle themselves to the lifestyle. So the American lifestyle, the myth of the American lifestyle. Birth, school, work, death. There it is. All mapped out from the moment you come out of the womb.
Yeah.
And you follow in that, and then all of a sudden you realize, well, wait a minute. I don't even know who I am.
Gee whiz.
Because I'm following someone else's
Did you write a book
path.
yet? Have you written a book?
3. And
How do we find your book?
So they're in pre-order right now
Okay.
because I'm self-publishing. But there's hey, there we go. Nice. Urgent Messages from Just Up the Road, which is a chronicle of all the wisdom that I gathered from my dying patients and their last breath warnings, their deathbed confessions, so to speak. And Go Fly Your Kite, which is a handbook for the living, and it chronicles my journey with my uncle, my patient zero, my very first patient who I helped die, and his last bucket list items were scribbled on this little notepad, and one of them was very specific to go fly a red kite in Bodega Bay. I get emotional talking about it. This is like 30 years ago.
Wow.
And I said to myself, well, I've got to honor him by going and doing that myself. So I went to Bodega Bay. I flew a red kite, and as I'm flying it and laying on the beach, I'm realizing, wait a minute. I've got all these proverbial unflown red kites myself. I need to not have that happen. I need to not have a bucket list when I die. That bucket should be empty.
I love that.
And so I set on this large-scale survey campaign and asked people 3 important questions, and that's what the book's all about.
Oh, I love it.
It was an answer to those 3 questions. I don't want to give it away. I'm not going to sell any books if I give the whole thing away, right?
David, thank you for being here tonight. And I was over
pleasure.
at the Mission Ranch last night, and Lottie walked up to me.
You're kidding me.
And she said, "You're going to have David on your show tomorrow night," and here you are.
Talk about a gem.
Isn't she a sweetie?
Oh, she's a special soul.
You guys,
let me leave you with one last thing.
Please.
So you might imagine, I'm 54 years old. I've gained a lot of acquaintances. Friendship. Friendship is key. I don't have esoteric relationships. Lottie is one of my non-blood related family.
Yeah, she's beautiful
family.
lady.
That's the quality of people that I hang out with.
Yeah, well, I
don't
tell.
have just loose friendships. If you're gonna spend time with me, if you spend time with me, you know how I feel about
I
you.
can tell.
And Gary, you're in that group.
I'm going to tell you right now that whoever's going to be around me when it's my time, I want you there.
Oh, that means a lot to me.
I want you there.
Yeah, my
Thank you,
friend.
buddy.
My
Thanks
pleasure.
for being here.
Absolutely my pleasure.
Okay, back to the concert that I discovered with two great guys. One more out of Frank Sinatra and Perry Como right now.